You are a small business owner. You went to China and bought goods worth 100 million naira. When you got back, you sold the total of these goods, everything, you sold for 150 million, meaning that the difference you have is 50 million extra. You see, this 50 million extra is not your profit. Why? Because there's something called costs that you need to factor into this before you can say whether you have made profit or not. A lot of Nigerian businesses, what they have is revenue, cash flow, and profit. So for your business to be healthy, you must have these three. You must have revenue, cash flow, and profit. Some people, the only thing they have is revenue, and they think they are profitable. No, that's not the way it works. So you need to consider your cost. There are two types of costs. We have direct and indirect costs. Direct costs are those costs associated with the products, all the costs that you incur to getting that product to your shop, to the point of selling it, is direct cost. In terms of logistics, transportation, warehousing, whatever it is you paid to get the products from China to your shop is direct cost. Then you also factor in indirect cost. For instance, your rent, your salaries, your own salary, plus if you have employees or staff, their salaries as well needs to be factored into it. Marketing costs needs to be factored into this as well. Utilities, land use charge, any kind of tax that you pay, not VAT, because VAT is charged directly to the customer. So the way VAT works, if your product is 10,000 naira, you're supposed to say plus VAT 7.5. So the customer should pay this, and your total VAT must be remitted to FIRS. If you don't remit FIRS VAT, they will come and catch you. Two levels of taxes that you pay as a small business owner. There is one that you pay to the federal government, FIRS, which is VAT. But if your company is in Lagos and you want to start paying company income tax, that tax is payable to the state government within the state that you operate. I think is 30%. And it's also for businesses that are making above 25 million. If the total money you are making in a year is 25 million naira and below, you are tax exempt. Your indirect cost, you factor in all of these costs into your selling price. So that is, you don't just decide on selling price in silos. You must check all your costs. After you have done all your cost checking, then you now start to benchmark your price. You come up with an hypothetical price. Let's say after you have done your costing, you factored in all these costs into your pricing. You've now come up with an hypothetical or a sample selling price. Let's say you come up with 50,000 naira per unit at the selling price. You don't just now push this out as your selling price. You first benchmark the selling price against other players in your industry. So identify maybe 3 other people selling similar commodity and look at their own prices. If your own price is 50,000 and this one is charging 20,000 and this is charging 15,000 and this is charging 10,000, it means there's obviously something wrong, except it is a luxury product that what you're selling is your brand. You want your brand to be distinctive. But if it is a mass market product, you have to be competitive. So you're struggling to do 2 things. The first one is to be competitive in terms of where you play in your industry, but you also want to be profitable. You must always weigh the options before you take a side. What I'm saying in essence is don't decide your price without considering all your costs. Don't also decide your price without looking at what competition is doing. So if this guy is selling at 20, this one is selling at 50, this one is selling at 10, and you want to come in at 50 for the same product that is not clearly differentiated. When you are selling a product that is clear with clear differentiation, a pair of Adidas sneakers can be 500, can be 200,000, and another sneakers can be 50K. What is the difference? This guy, they've built a brand that people are comfortable to buy the label. If it's not that kind of scenario, you want to consider your competition before you fix your price. Make sense to you? I will see you in the next video.